Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mauricio here with another review, and today we're going to be looking at Magic Square's MS-B32 Spock, also known as Shockwave. But before we get into the review, let's take a look at some of his accessories. So yeah, this guy comes with a lot of stuff. Let's look at the box. Cool picture, Magic Square, MS-B32 Spock. They changed their design. They don't have that graphics looking kind of thing. It's just a black box. Got that little kid, and that's it for the box. Comes with some instructions. Comes with all these hands. He comes with 2 translucent holding hands. Very well sculpted. He's got a right and a left. Comes with this saluting hand. Pretty cool. Sorry about that. Pretty cool. Comes with 2 fist holding hands. He's got the other one on the figure. And then he comes with these. This is where you actually slot the hands in, because inside they're hollow. I'll show you in a minute when we look at the figure how that works. But he comes with 3 of them. 2 for the hands and then 1 for the blaster. And then he's got the solid hands instead of the translucent, just a straight plastic. He's got a left and a right fist holding hands. He has the saluting hands. He's got the regular Magic Square hands, left and right, a little blaster. I left this one on because it's a tight fit, but this is the third part, the third piece that you attach the hands to, or the blaster to. And he comes with 2 of these for a left and a right. He comes with 2 rubber hoses. One's already attached on the figure. He has his plastic card. Pretty cool. And then for the light up gimmick, he comes with the light bulb, and a battery. I don't really care too much for this, so there you go. And then this is to it doubles as a backpack to cover the gun, the blaster part of the gun on his back, and the stand. And I'll show you that in gun mode later. So that's it for accessories. Let's look at the figure. All right, let's take a look at this guy. So let's get this out of the way. He does have light piping for the eyes. It's not that great. So he kind of does have that dead look. But the sculpt is great. Great paint, purple plastic. They are using a different kind of plastic. It's not that gummy plastic anymore, which is kind of weird when you're holding a Magic Square figure, but all in all, it's not a bad plastic. So his head rotates. It's on a ball peg. Yeah, he rotates. That part back here doesn't allow it to turn all the way, but he does look up quite well. And he looks down that much. So all in all, it's not bad. He does have the little attitude thing going on. His chest has that translucent plastic, which is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Nice detailing inside. Waist rotation. Very nice detailed right there. Arms can go all the way up. So it's on a ball point connected to a hinge. Do the transformation, you can just do this all the way up like that. Say, hey, me, I got the answer. And he can flip it all the way around, but be careful with that hose. He's got a bicep swivel right here at a cut joint. Boom, boom, boom. He can double jointed elbow, which is pretty cool. And because of the plugging in and switching out of the hands, he does have wrist rotation. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Nice detailing. The flaps can move out on all sides. So he can kick out that much. He can kick back that far. He can come out that far. He can bend his knee that much. He's got paint right there. Everything else is plastic. Nice sculpt work inside. Inside the thighs as well. Do the transformation, you can hinge this down. Make him taller, I guess, but he'll look thin and weird. The hip skirts have white paint right here. Toes, a little bit up. Toe tilt down. Not much down articulation except for that toe tilt. And then his rocker. So, does he have hip? Yeah, he's got hip rotation right there. I forgot to mention before I skipped that part. That's what he looks like in the back. It's pretty cool. Here, so let me get that extra piece that works as that doubles as a stand. Show you how that works. And it's a really tight fit, so just be careful when doing this. So obviously it's going to go this way so that can fit right through that hole, and it's just supposed to go right on top like so, and it just goes on like that, and it works as a backpack. Covers that little blaster piece. I like showing off the blaster piece, so what I do to take this off, because of this little thin plastic, which you guys got to be careful with, I take my tool and I just push everything out. That way I don't have to pull on anything. So that's how that piece works. And now for some size comparison. Here is Pocket Toys Shockwave. See how they look together? Here is Hasbro's Shockwave. Move back the camera out a little bit. And here is MFT's Shockwave. See how they all go together. Okay, now for some transformation. All right. First, what we're going to do is, what are we going to do first? We're going to flip the head in. So we're going to separate. This just comes undone right here in the back. Just pull straight back like so. And we're just going to flip the head in. Make sure it's nice and flush. And there you go. That part's done. Next, we're going to take off the backpack. So just unpeg. Just be careful. Hinge all that out. Leave that there for a little bit. Then we're gonna grab the arms and rotate at the bicep swivel. So the peg is on the inside. Same for the other side. I'm gonna rotate. So the peg hole is on the inside. Try to rotate this so the hose doesn't get all tangled up. You'll figure it out when you get to that step. Next, we're gonna rotate up and turn. So now the peg is still inside. Rotate up and turn. And we're gonna keep that like that for a little bit. Now we're gonna work on this backpack. This little pieces are pegged in right here on each side. Be careful pulling on that because there's also a hinge there. So you're just gonna pull a little bit and hinge down. Oh, it's a lot harder than come on. All right, you hinge down and then you peg right in there. Same for the other side. Hinge down, peg right in there. Make sure it's all lined up. Now what we're going to do is going to take this whole part and push it right between there. Make sure it's still all straightened out though. Try to get these parts inside of there. So we're gonna align everything. Don't be scared. It'll all fit. Like so. Now, once you tab these two arms together, it's going to form another peg hole, which you're going to peg that little piece right there. It's going to see that little slot right here. It's one on each side. It's going to create another peg hole. You're going to peg that right in there. These little slides, I took these apart so you can see. Each hand has a peg. Each wrist. It's kind of hard because it's translucent plastic, but see how there's a little peg on each side, and inside the flap there's peg holes. So what we're gonna do is peg these together now, like so. Then we're gonna peg this little flap here. Just again, be careful. It's very thin. And then we're going to articulate all this perfectly. You're going to peg that in. Yeah, peg that in. Just squeeze. Just make sure it's all lined up. It should all just click in. Make sure these little peg holes right here are. There's a lot of peg holes in here, so just, you know, be mindful. Straighten everything out so it looks the part. And we have the top of the gun ready. So that's pretty cool. Now what we're going to do is flip all this up, flip this up. We're going to flip the sights up, but keep that down. And you're going to keep the bottom down as well. So all this gets flipped up. Now we are going to pull down on the hip. Want to pull down on the hip. And then we're going to rotate at the swivel. Rotate at the swivel. Let's turn him around this way. Just looks better. Let's get one leg out of the way. Work on one leg. Now you're going to split right here. And there's a ton of hinges inside of this leg. So you're just going to hinge it back. And you're going to rotate forward. before we proceed, let's work on this foot. So what we're gonna do is hinge it down a little bit so you have room to rotate the foot all the way around. Then you put it back into place. Another peg right there is gonna peg into the foot so it can secure it. You can flip this down. Let's go to the inside part. There's a lot of working pieces in here, man, so flip this flap out, unfold, unfold. Now what we're gonna do is, with all these hinges, we're gonna hit, where am I lost myself. We're gonna hinge this back, and there's a tab here that'll go into this hole right here, and you're just gonna connect it like so. We can see what's coming apart, you know how it comes together. Let's go do the other side. So we're gonna split the leg. Hinge it back. Turn it up. Ugh. Hinge the foot down. Rotate. Put it back in and tab it in. Flip in. Now, this part to this part, hinge that in there and tab. Let's flip this piece out. So we have that going on. Now we're gonna, another hinge. So let me just show you what we're doing. See these peg holes up here? 1, 2. There's a tab inside the knee on each of them. So you're gonna combine towards that on that hinge like so. But also be mindful that on the other side, you have a tab right here on each side, 1 and 1. And you're gonna think you're gonna tab them into these holes. They're not gonna go in there. There's slots right here on each side. See if we can see. Let me focus on that. See those 2 slots right there on the crotch piece? Not these, these. You're gonna slide them right inside of there. So what we're gonna do is hinge this up. Make sure that that tab goes into that little hole right there. And just push. Then you come around and make sure that this tab, better angle here, this tab slides into that slot. Like so. All right. I'm gonna try this on the other side now. Hinge up. Come on, legs, stay in place. Hinge up. That's gonna go in there. This is gonna, come on. All right. This is gonna go in there. Now you have all these tabs throughout the leg. Just make sure they're all aligned properly. Sometimes they don't straighten out properly, so you just gotta go back in there and fix them. You have 2 tabs on the bottom right here. You have 2 tabs right here. So you got tabs everywhere. Make sure everything's aligned. Make sure everything's tabbed in properly. Don't be scared to give it a squeeze. Everything will straighten out. Squeeze, squeeze. You'll hear everything start clicking in. All right, now you can close the sides right here, the side flaps. That's one. There's the other. Now with these, guess what? More tabs. So, I don't know if you can see that there's two little tabs right there. 1, 2. They're gonna go with these little tab holes on each side. So just do one at a time. Sometimes they don't line up, so you gotta like squeeze stuff accordingly and adjust. And there's one. Got that one in. Let's see if we can get the other one in. That one's fighting me, so we're gonna adjust this a little bit. There you go. Went right in there. Then you just fold in. Flip the scope up. And then you have your little Shockwave. A lot of steps, but it's not hard. Everything falls into place easily. It's not like Megatron. That guy's a mess, but he's actually pretty fun. Looks good. That's what he looks like from the top. It's from the bottom. Little gappy. Wish there was a solution for that, but you know, all in all, it looks nice. Let's see. Got nice little detailing right here on the side of the gun. Black paint on there. The handle's painted. Black paint on the top. Same for the other side. Little gappy right here on the back. Now with this stand, so I've seen a lot of reviews on this guy, and everybody tries to use this peg hole right here. You're not supposed to. And they try to peg. This is the peg that you're supposed to use. What you're supposed to use is this peg hole right here, the one you create. I don't know if you can see that. So not the hollow one in there, this one. So what they want you to do is basically just sit them on there. Like so, and you have your little stand. So that's what he looks like on the stand. And now for some size comparisons. Here is Pocket Toys. I don't have a stand for this guy, so I'll just hold him. See how he compares. A little bit smaller. Here is Hasbro Shockwave. Let's see how he compares. And here is MFT's Shockwave. See how they compare. Alright, so let's get them off the stand. And I guess we can do some reverse transformation, which is a nice thing I guess I can do for you guys. So let's do the legs first. So we're gonna do start splitting all these tabs we just tabbed in. So we're gonna start right here. There you go, just pull apart. Don't be scared. Let's see. Right here. There you go. Untap here, untap here. What else can we untab? Oh, right here, right here. And then we can hinge this out. Boom. Unflip the back, hinge this out. Boom. All right, we're gonna straighten out the legs so we can work with them better. This we can fold together like so. Flip it all in. Flip this out. Untap the foot. Rotate the foot. Push it back into place. Doesn't tab anywhere because we don't need it. Then we're gonna straighten the foot out like so. Then we're gonna hinge forward. That's gonna peg in like so. And that's one foot done. Don't forget to rotate. Boom. Let's go to the other side. Flip all this in. Straighten that out. Flip this up. Unpeg the foot. Rotate the foot. Straighten this out, flip around, peg together, and feet are all done. Flip that down, flip that down. Yeah, feet are all done. Cool. I'm dreading this part because it's so fragile up here. All right, we're gonna unpeg all of this. More unpegging. Peg right there, flip up, and it's just gonna snap right into place. Unpeg, and then unpeg, and then snap. There you go. Now we gotta unpeg the arms. Unpeg. Be careful. All right, 1 down, 2 down, rotate, bring down, rotate, rotate, rotate. Arms are done. Now while this is out of the way, let's get the head out. Peg that back in. Now this is all going to hinge into each other. So this is going to go hinge in like so. No. Hinge in, hinge in, hinge in. Move that scope down. That should just plug into his back. Let's fix them. Little A stands for you. And there you go. That is your review on MS-B32 Spock, also known as Shockwave. Hope you liked it. Sorry it took a little longer than expected. It's just a lot of tabs, man. A lot of tabs and hinges on this little guy. It's crazy how so much stuff is compacted into this little figure, man. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Let us know in the comments what you think. Until next time, peace.